for the foreseeable future. Meeting to just discuss how the process works. Reinhard, I think you're muted again. I'm going to have a new script for you, Reinhard, that talks a little bit about how people are going to be able to participate once we have public hearings. You're going to try to, sorry, Reinhard's having a little trouble. We're going to try to get him to dial back in or something. But for today's agenda, we just have some minutes to approve to keep it simple. We're going to have cases, an actual public hearing next Wednesday on the 24th. And that'll be our first set of real cases. Given the way remote meetings work, we're going to have to be, I think, a little more structured than we typically are. It can be hard to keep track of what people are, who's talking and what's being said. We have obviously the potential issues of being muted and that kind of thing. So we might need to go a little slower to make sure that everybody's, being unmuted and having their say and moving between each person talking. We are still going to be swearing people in when they speak, when they present testimony. The rules of the game are that we are assuming that everybody is swearing themselves in, affirming to tell the truth, even though obviously we may not be able to see everybody who's participating. We will continue to follow the regular pattern of the applicant presenting, and then sorry, Reinhard's trying to come in or dial in, and we're trying to hear what's going on. Can you? I don't think we can hear him. Anyway, so the applicant will present just like we normally do. You all will have an opportunity to ask questions. Once you've had your back and forth, then the public will be invited to comment, as they always are. We're going to collect comments that are made in the Teams chat, which may come in from other people participating. We'll also be on YouTube, and so comments that are in the text chat on YouTube will be read by staff. And of course, anything that's emailed in will be shared as well, in addition to, of course, the materials that we receive ahead of time, like we normally do.
Lisa, I've not been able to hear you for the past 4 minutes. I've dialed in. I'm now back on the phone. My microphone is not working, or something's going on, so I'm on the phone.
Okay. I can hear you now for sure. I'm assuming everybody.
Yeah, because I'm on the phone.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was just going through the process like we normally do with, the process for applicants speaking and questions being asked by the public, and then. Again, like we always do, once you've had a chance to talk to the public, interested parties, the applicant will have their last say, and then close the testimony, and you all will deliberate. I think it may be helpful, but again, we can kind of cross that bridge when we get there. But I think it may be helpful to have everybody go down the row, and I would, rely on Reinhard to choose whoever, start at the top of the square or whatever, and have everybody go through methodically. As you go through your deliberations. We'll, like we normally do at all of our village meetings, we'll have a public comment section at the end for items that are not on the agenda. And then a little bit differently than usual, we're going to have a voice vote for doing minutes as well as for adjournment, in addition to the votes that we take on cases. And that's required by the state as part of the documenting what's happening at the meeting. I'll have a new script for you, Reinhard, that talks about some of the things that I'm going through for the beginning of each meeting, so participants know how to comment. There's some rules that Corporation Counsel has created for us that I would be happy to share with you. It's a couple of pages long, and it gets into some of the technical stuff that is less interesting for participants, but I'd be happy to share it with you if you're interested. I guess maybe before we do minutes, I guess just wanted to get some feedback from you all on how you're doing, and maybe we need to, at the beginning of each meeting before we go live, do a little sound test. I'm happy to kind of try that out, experiment with that. probably, if you don't have the Teams app, it's a good thing to download between now and next week. Reinhard, you had asked me about this. I am planning on going ahead and issuing paper copies of the reports every Friday like we've been doing. Stuff will, of course, be online for people to access, but I know I have a better time with the paper, and I think it might be easier for you. But you can always download it off of the internet if you prefer to have a digital copy. Similarly, while applicants are able to share their screen and show stuff, I think it might be easier, we'll have to see, if I just have that electronic copy of the cases queued up, and then you all have something to look at, and we can flip through pages or whatever as we go through the items. We're going to have 4 cases next week and 5 cases after that. They're not necessarily big cases, but there is going to be a full agenda to get through kind of our backlog. And I think I sent you a schedule of how things are looking for the next couple months, so you know what's coming. I guess I don't know if there's any questions I can answer, or we'll just kind of figure it out as we go.
So as the applicant appears, he will appear on the screen, right? He will be asked to make his case. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, Reinhard, I can hear you, but you're very fuzzy.
Sorry, I'll try to be clear. I don't have my phone here. So the applicant will appear on the screen when he's asked to make his case. Is that correct?
I'm going to send a Teams Outlook invite to every applicant and whoever is on their team. They can participate by video or not, but I would imagine most of them will want to if they're going to want to show stuff. Yeah.
And then other participants that may have is there an echo again? I'm sorry about that. Other participants will also dial in either just by voice or video. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yep. Just like Kate and John have joined us for this meeting, other participants. If someone contacts me and says they want to speak on a case, I can send them an invite and they can come in just like you all did. Or if they're.
How do I?
I'm sorry.
How do we recognize them?
I think it's going to be interesting. I don't imagine that it'll be very many people, but perhaps there is a way. Let me see if I can. There is a way we can see all of the participants. I don't know if you can see my screen or not. You may not be able to. But there's a list of all the participants in the meeting, and if someone calls in, their phone number will show up, or if they're a regular Teams entry, their name will come up. And I think we'll just have to, call people by name or number. If you're here to speak on this case, 312-957, please go ahead, that kind of thing. It's going to be a little clunky probably. But again, the next 2 meetings probably are not going to be cases that are going to have a lot of public input. They're just not, big cases, but we might just have to kind of work through that as we go.
Can you act as kind of a tour guide on that? Can you, if you have the list of participants that wish to speak, either for or against something, can you moderate that, or do I? Because I can't if I don't see who wants to speak.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine. I think that's workable. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you see that? Because there's this. You can't. Oh, okay. Yeah, because there's a thing where you can raise your hand. It's a button you press. Did I unpress it? Am I there? No. I'm just experimenting too to see how we all can interact and talk without talking.
Now, did other people see that? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Excellent.
Did other people see what?
Sorry. Christine raised her hand through the Teams app.
Oh, I see.
Did you see it?
So do you see the list of participants on the right-hand side of the screen, Reinhard?
No.
Okay. So
Again,
if you
there's a
mouse around on the screen, there's a bar at the bottom
Yeah.
that pops up, a black bar. Do you see that?
Nope. At the bottom, no.
If you just
Ah, there you go.
hey,
Hello, I'm finally here. Is the meeting almost over?
Oh, sorry.
That's what I was planning. That's what I was planning on.
You've been voted off the island, Bob.
All right.
I don't see the screen now. Maybe I should reduce this.
No,
It usually pops up when you move your mouse. Then it just pops up towards the bottom. Not for you, though.
I don't know. I've got to figure this out before the. This is crazy. Can I go to Zoom instead?
Okay. Sorry. All right. Good.
So I'm trying to join on my laptop now, Lisa.
Yep.
And can you hear me on my laptop?
Yes, ma'am.
yeah.
I'm going to turn off my phone.
Okay.
All right, this is much better. Thank you.
Excellent.
You can turn on your, turn the camera on so we can see you.
Well, that would be novel.
That's on the bar on the bottom of the screen as well. There you go.
There you are!
Hey, all right.
Yay!
Sit up straighter.
Excellent.
There's the refrigerator that you
Yes.
come in.
My best friend.
Where are you, Maria? I can't see you.
Can you
You
see
can
me?
all see her.
Oh, I forgot, Reiner.
Reiner.
Did you say you're on the web or the app?
The web.
Okay. Because you only get one person at a time, I think, when you're on the.
No, I see everybody except Maria.
Really?
Maria, Maria, if you talk, will you show up?
I don't know. I will try and talk. Do I show up?
You show up as around.
Huh. I see
I
you.
see everyone.
I see everyone.
I'm having 9 people on the
You have
screen
9
now.
pictures, you have 9 videos.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 9, but I don't see Maria.
Which begs the question, what 9 are you looking at?
Let's see, John Adler, and I don't remember your name I see McMahon, Kate. I see Kate. Christine Norrick, Riley, Colang, Brad, and Sermon, and of course Lisa, and myself. That's 9.
You see yourself as a big square.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my image of myself is a little small one down on the right-hand corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa, can I suggest something? After we finish this meeting, this part of it, if you can hang around a little bit, can you and I work this out?
Sure. We have a.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We have a.
So I can. Go ahead.
We've got another meeting at 5 o'clock, but we should have a little time to do stuff.
Okay. So this is crazy. I've never experienced something like this. I don't know why. Okay, should we proceed with the meeting?
Yes.
With the agenda?
Yep. Which I didn't bring with me. Yeah. No, yeah, no.
I have to put on the phone, right?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay. So we have not approved these minutes before?
We have not.
Lisa?
Yeah, we have good minutes.
So we have to,
Really?
take attendance, roll call.
That's probably a good idea, just to be official, right?
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Felkoff,
I'm here.
Mr. Colang,
Here.
Ms. Norick,
Here.
Mr. Pelleton,
Here.
Mr. Sermon,
Here.
Ms. Choke Urban,
Here.
Chairman Schneider.
Here. Now I see Maria. I see Maria in place of Riley. Crazy. Okay, shall we proceed with, because the first item is the approval of the February 5th meeting minutes. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion. John, making a motion.
I'll second that. Riley Felton.
All in favor?
Oh, we gotta do a roll call.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Voting on the February 5th, 2020 minutes, Mr. Felkoff?
Well, since this is my first meeting, so I was not at that meeting, so I probably can't vote.
All right. Mr. Colang,
Yes.
Ms. Norick,
Yes.
Mr. Pelleton,
Yes.
Mr. Sermon,
Yes.
Ms. Choke Urban,
Yes.
Chairman Schneider.
Yes.
Thank you.
That unanimous approval. The next item on the agenda is approving the minutes for the February 19th meeting. Will you please call the roll?
Oh, is there a motion
You
to?
need
I
something?
move to approve
Oh,
the
I see.
meetings from the February 19th meeting.
All right, I got Maria's a
You
motion.
need a second?
I'll second.
Yep, see, it's gonna be fun.
Mhm.
And then, voting on the February 19th minutes, Mr. Felkoff, you want to abstain again?
Yes.
Mr. Colang,
Yes.
Ms. Norick,
Yes.
Mr. Pelleton,
Yes.
Mr. Sermon? Sorry, was that Mr. Sermon? Was that a yes? Oh, you're muted.
No sound.
Oh. Sorry, you're not hearing me either? Okay. I'll try. Mr. Sermon, are you muted? I can't see if someone's muted, right?
Maybe we should all learn sign language,
Yeah.
at least for yes and no.
That
He's
works.
way ahead of us.
I'm gonna pre-make signs, yes and no. And what? That would be the other one.
Sorry, Bob, can you, are we? Okay. Ms. Choke Urban?
Yes.
And Chairman Schneider?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay,
Yes.
thank you, got it.
Okay, that I think, let's see what else we have here. No public comment, I assume, and so this is a request for adjourning the meeting.
Oh, okay.
Should we make a note that Mr. Sermon voted by video voted as opposed to orally or something, or?
I think we could just make a note that we lost his audio. Yeah.
And
Yeah, well, right. Sorry, I have March 4th minutes. Did you all get those too? Or not? I thought I had sent those.
We will miss one.
March 4th.
February 19th, February 1st. Oh, March 4th, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the minutes of the March 4th meeting. Need a needs to make a motion.
I'll move to approve the minutes for March 4th, 2020.
Second?
Thank you. And then
Call
voting,
the roll, please.
yep, voting on the minutes, Mr. Felkoff.
Mr. Felkoff.
Abstaining. Mr. Colang,
Yes.
Ms. Norick,
Yes.
Mr. Pelleton,
Yes.
Ms. Choka Urban,
Yes.
and Chairman Schneider.
Yes.
Okay. And then that,
So I'm suppressing an urge to pretend that my mic is not working and just have my mouth.
I see that Mr. Sermon is motioning that he supports the minutes. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. And that, I believe, is all the business that we have.
Lisa, I suggest on the public comment that, when you ask for public comment, maybe wait. Ask comment on the meeting chat. Do you see that, Lisa?
There, no.
Yeah, confirm we received it via Microsoft Teams chat and on YouTube. We got a test comment.
So what we will do is for the meetings where there's real possible public comment, somebody like Kate or myself will be participating, and we'll be watching the meeting chat. We'll be watching the YouTube chat. And if we see anything come up, we'll read that public comment. Or with the meeting chat, it might be somebody who's on, but who's muted, who wants to speak. So then we would just, they could ask if they want to speak or if they just want to submit their comment via the chat. But I think we need to wait probably 15 to 20 seconds to make sure if somebody's muted that they unmute so they could chime in, because a lot of times people are talking, I know they're muted.
I'm curious, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't see your picture, but can hear you.
I got you.
We can see you.
I changed the setting.
So I guess,
Is that all of the agenda? Now we can we propose adjournment?
I think there is no public comment, so I think a motion to adjourn is a good idea.
So moved.
Okay, this meeting is adjourned. Lisa, should I, after we sign off here, should I dial into the meeting again?